Hello and welcome to the Cryptonaut podcast. My name is Mark Storrs, and I'm here hanging out with Robert Thomas Morphy II.
Yes, you are. And it's a delight to be here.
And Christopher Carnicelli.
Yep, me too.
What's going on?
Glad to be here, Mark. How are you today?
I've been better. I think I have an edible hangover. We'll talk about that later.
Fair enough.
Yeah, edible hangovers happen, man. Sometimes you eat too much, and then you're like, oh no, I'm like the vibe of the universe is off.
Yeah.
Like it's that weird,
like you're out of step with the sequence of things, the way they should, like you're not quite in your time.
I feel like I'm too far ahead or like I'm too far to the right.
Like you're Langoliering a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. But, it happens to you. What are you going to do? It's shitty weather, all kinds of stuff. GoDaddy is stressing me the fuck out. So if we have any listeners that have any ins or if you work at GoDaddy, drop me a line. I sure could use your fucking help.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's on you. It's on you guys.
because the GoDaddy support, though the agents are very nice, I'm not getting very far with them. Top of the show, boys, we got new merch.
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
we did.
Yeah. If you go over to cryptonautmerch.com, we have the Cryptonaut podcast Anime Heller Space, which seems to be a super huge hit, which is really cool. A bunch of people were freaking out about it.
Yeah.
And we also have the Venezuelan Littlefoots by our good buddy, Mr. Top Purse.
Oh, yeah.
So
Always a wonderful piece of art.
Those two designs are available exclusively over at, again, cryptonautmerch.com. They are exclusive to that shop because I did have some people like, I'm at Heller Space in TeePublic. I can't find them. I'm like, no. The other shop. And they're like, oh, that's right. And then people get there and they're like, holy shit, you guys got sticker sheets? I'm like, yeah, dude. We got sticker sheets that are shockingly...
The other shop.
The problem with having two shops.
Wait till we have the other shop.
Dude, wait until there's a third shop, dude.
Oh, my God.
We need to do like a handmade one, like a marketplace where people can do like their handmade Cryptonaut stuff and just sell it amongst themselves.
That would be cool.
Some cool online market.
Like crypto Etsy?
yeah, dude. But not like Silk Road. We don't want to like sell drugs and shit on there yet. We'll be coming to that.
Right.
Yeah, there it is. All right, this week, episode 289. Wow, that happened quick.
Yeah, it's getting here.
I'm just going to start announcing the episode numbers for the hell of it.
Yeah, I mean, we're coming close to a Hallmark episode.
Oh, we are, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know what we're doing.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
no,
shit, all right.
All right, well.
I'll probably tell you guys off mic.
Okay, cool. We're gonna
Right.
But nobody else.
keep that surprise for the listeners. We're talking about Tom Dawson and the Space Gropers.
Oh, touchy MacGuffins.
Oh man, we got
Bitches.
some touchy touchers here. All right, well, let's get started with in what has to be one of the wildest alien brushes on the books. A retired used car salesman claimed to have an extraordinary encounter with a flying saucer and a septet of bizarre, bald, occasionally nude beings who utilized a piece of wonky tech yanked straight out of a 1950s Poverty Row sci-fi flick. He also had dealings with the Men in Black, and in the process may have solved one of the most infamous missing persons cases of the 20th century.
Hope you had a hell of a piss, Arnold.
I mean,
this has got it all.
Tom Dawson.
Dude,
Yeah, Tom Dawson.
Legend, apparently.
dude, Tom Dawson apparently had a day.
Yeah, he had a day.
This is just a day to be out to be doing it.
Truly.
All right, man. Well, used car salesman, Men in Black, fucking missing persons reports. Robert, let's do this, dude.
And before we do this, we're going to give shouts, as we usually like to do. As in many of the most incredible, ostensibly extraterrestrial cases we've covered, full credit must go out to the exceptional research conducted by the always thorough Patrick Gross and his indispensable archive of alien interactions over at ufology.patrickgross.org. Ufology with an IE instead of a Y. So ufology.patrickgross.org. If you haven't checked it out, it's an incredible resource. And of course, much love to the always essential Albert Rosales in his Humcat reports, his humanoid reports that, have always been so essential. So that having been said, the morning of August 6th, 1977 couldn't have been more ordinary. At 10:30 a.m., Tom Dawson, a 63-year-old recent retiree, exited his mobile home, which was situated in a trailer park near the small southwestern Georgia town of Pelham in Mitchell County. The former secondhand car salesman was accompanied by his two dogs. He relished the chance to spend a carefree Saturday romping with his canine companions, a scenario that had, due to his busy work schedule, often been relegated to the back burner. That morning, the temperature was a balmy 82 degrees Fahrenheit, which was positively temperate in the dog days of a Georgia summer, and all was right with the world. Can it be better? You're 63, retired. You got your puppins.
Yep.
It's a beautiful day.
Or you're 42, you ate too many edibles, and now you're not sure which way you're going.
Also,
It's okay.
also
it's okay.
a valid way to
See,
be.
now I'm feeling like I'm back more. Like I'm back here more.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are we grounding you?
No, not really. I'm going the wrong way.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I'm trying to-
I
trying to
didn't
move
realize.
forward. No, I'm going
Yeah.
like this.
No, now you're
do
fucked in
not
time.
go towards the light.
Yeah.
If all of a sudden I just pull a Carol Ann.
Yeah, no.
You fucking,
Come on, Marky
If I'm
Ann.
in the TV, not even
Jesus
going
Christ.
towards Jesus, I'm going towards the creepy guy.
You're going towards the Mandalorian if you're in the TV.
It's true.
That's
Pew,
true.
pew.
Where Star Wars live?
Where does Star Wars live? Nice.
Tom claimed he first walked to the home of his neighbors, Jimmy and Linda Colby, where he spent some time playing with their baby. After a pleasant chat, Tom made his way toward his favorite fishing hole, a small pond nestled behind a grove of pine trees, to see if anything was biting, which would determine if he returned later with his tackle box and gear. The grove and pond lay across a wide pasture where a herd of 40 cows grazed peacefully. Tom passed through the gate and made his way through the indolent bovine crowd, never once suspecting that this relaxing day of dog walking in the bucolic beauty of his backyard was about to be shattered by the intrusion of what can only be labeled as an alien assault.
Oh, man.
Perfect.
Fishing hole, bunch of bovine broskies. Fucking,
Bovine broskies.
Oh my God.
No, fucking Brovinius, the fucking dude.
Nothing can sour this day
No,
except the Gropers.
Except for the alien assault, which, all right, well, let's see.
As he and his beloved pets strolled across the meadow, Tom was shocked by a sudden metallic flash that seemed to shoot through the pine trees. Then, without warning, he was confronted by the almost incomprehensible sight of a genuine flying saucer hovering approximately 3 feet above the ground directly in front of him. Tom estimated the eerily silent craft to be about 40 to 50 feet in diameter and between 12 and 14 feet at the center. He further noted a dome at the top with a row of portals beneath it and an antenna-like protrusion not unlike the one depicted in the celebrated McMinnville UFO photos snapped by Paul and Evelyn Trent near their McMinnville, Oregon farm on May 11th, 1950. I don't know if you guys remember it, but it's like that, where it was almost like a speeder, like it's a racing car. It's like slightly sloped at the top and it's got a big antenna sticking up at one end.
It sounds vaguely familiar, yeah.
It's one of the most famous black and white images, one of the most famous UFO images ever.
I love the antenna.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause,
It's so wonky. It's so CB. It's so not interstellar at fucking all.
Fucking space trucking, dude.
Space
Come on.
trucking.
Yeah,
I know.
man.
How else are you going to
Convoy.
communicate in space? You need a fucking antenna.
You need an antenna.
A giant fucking
It's called
antenna.
science.
Yeah, dude.
How else are you going to tap into the Z-force that propels your ship forward?
Oh, the Z.
A force I just made up.
Oh, cool. All right.
It does not exist in any scientific literature
Well,
whatsoever.
it does now.
Right on. Though initially silvery in appearance, the object's skin began quickly oscillating through an array of colors. Tom was so awed by the sight before him that it took him a moment to realize that with the exception of his eyes, he was completely paralyzed.
Oof.
Stranger still, he noticed that not only were his dogs in the same condition, but that every cow in the field surrounding him seemed frozen in place. Though, being cows, they may have just been chilling and slow chewing their cud. Cows don't move much. Unless they do, in which case, that's fucking antics. Because, what do they call it, a stampede?
When the bovines rage?
When bovines rage,
Yeah.
you know it.
It's a stampede.
When bovines aren't raging, they ain't doing dick.
Nah, with this ship being there, you'd think that they would freak the fuck out.
Yeah, most of
They'd
the
be like, "Oh,
time,
shit," and
like
fucking bail.
cows and other domestic animals, farm animals included, freak the fuck out during UFO sightings.
Yeah.
But maybe, obviously the freezing is supposed to inhibit this.
Right.
So if they were left unaffected to their own devices, then you probably would have seen some fucking scattering cows.
Or they just give no
True.
fucks. They might not give any fucks.
They might
It's
not.
true.
They could just be like, nah, whatever.
Fuck free cows.
Yeah.
Georgia cows.
Yeah, I mean,
Give
they're,
no
they're
fucks.
mostly fuck free anyway. Let's be honest. Like,
Yeah.
they're just like, yeah, I'm chewing.
They don't care.
Yeah, but if you watch like Skinwalker Ranch or whatever, which is sort of like a guilty pleasure, even though, all they do is launch rockets and see dots.
It's a
The
great
cows are
review.
always flipping the fuck out whenever,
Well, yeah.
the fucking phenomenon is present or
The
whatever.
bulletproof werewolf is here, and the
Yeah, no, we don't get any of that. None of that
The
cool
cows
shit.
freak the fuck out.
Yeah, you wish. I wish
Right.
that it had any of that in fucking 3.5 seasons, but whatever.
Nice.
So
Alrighty.
fear began to creep into the old salesman's bones. He wanted nothing more than to break into a sprint back for his trailer, which was only some 300 yards behind him, but his body was completely unresponsive. It was then that the hatch opened at the base of the saucer, and a ramp emerged, down which descended a humanoid creature that was anything but human. Tom watched as this masculine entity, which he later referred to as the Chief, cautiously made his way down the ramp and seemed to check the firmness of the ground before beckoning unseen individuals within the vessel to follow him out. I love that. You don't know if that shit's swampy. You don't know what's going
Yeah, we
on.
just like dip a toe.
A little tiny crust and then
Am I going to
magma.
sink? Yeah.
Like, I would do that, especially being a fat bastard, but I would do that on any new planet I went to. I'd be like, dip. Oh, okay. You'd hope you'd have sensors that would know before you land.
Right.
that's-
Or
I mean,
hover land.
You figure
Yeah.
if you're from space, you know where you're going. Like
Yeah.
the terrain.
Yeah.
But I guess not. Not when you got sweet antenna technology.
Just gotta do the old toe test. There's no quicksand here, boys. Let's
We're
do
good.
it.
We're
Fucking
good.
do it.
Dukes of Hazzard line.
Nice.
Tom would later recall that the entire group, including the chief, was made up of 2 females and 5 males, though some accounts include only 3 males, but I read 7, so we're going with that. The beings were about 5 feet tall, bald, had pointy ears, oddly upturned noses, and snow white skin that was as pale as a quote-unquote sack of flour. That's white as shit. Stranger still, the creatures had no discernible neck, and their rounded heads seemed to just sit, Uncle Fester-like, atop their shoulders.
I am not in.
No.
I'm out.
No.
The first 5 beings down the ramp, the chief, 3 other males, and 1 female, were clad in identical 2-piece suits made of a simultaneously tight yet billowy, iridescent material that gleamed with a bluish green, almost dragonfly metallic hue. Despite his fear, Tom could not help but think that the fabric was beautiful. He can appreciate something pretty, even while
If
terrified.
it's a nice blouse that you see Prince wearing, you're
It's
like,
got like
oh, that's
puffy
fucking
shoulders
fancy.
and like skin
Yeah.
tight in other places based on illustrations I've seen. And I originally came across this. I thought it was in like an old flying saucer review or something. I was not able to find the original article, but thank God for Patrick Gross and Albert Rosales and the rest. But I could not find the original illustrations, but they're out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Try to find
Cool.
them before we put this out so people can see what these things
if
allegedly
if
look
you
like.
find them, dude, email them over and we will put them up on the website.
Absolutely. The last 2 to descend the ramp were a male and female pair who were, for reasons, completely nude.
Perfect.
Okay.
Tom took note of the fact that these beings were completely hairless and that they evidently had secondary sexual characteristics that corresponded to those of a human being. All 7 wore silky shoes with toes that pointed skyward in a decidedly classic elven fashion.
Got some dope elf shoes?
Or genie shoes, I guess.
Or jesters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. Intergalactic Jesters.
Oh,
Yeah.
super fey.
They
Yeah.
might juggle.
Dude, super fey. I love it.
If they juggle, then I'm in. If they don't, I'm out.
Unless it's the naked ones. You might be like, don't juggle too close to your dink. You could hurt it.
That's the thrill.
Yeah.
It's part of their show. They're clearly a circus.
They're
They're clearly a
circus.
traveling
Yeah.
cosmic circus.
Yeah, there you go. All right. I like it. I like it.
This is not going to do anything to dissuade you. The naked female, who was the last to exit the craft, was holding a clunky button, light, and dial-covered device that resembled a large, oddly high-tech hula hoop with a small curved bowl in the center connected to the sides of the ring by an array of wires.
Oh.
See?
So soak that.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
well,
that's
yeah,
like
the
some crazy ass circus shit right there.
intergalactic fucking circus.
As soon as they were all on the ground, 2 of the clothed male entities posted up on either side of the ramp, evidently assuming sentry positions in order to protect their craft and, if necessary, escape route. The other 5, including the chief and the 2 nudists, carefully approached the glaciated borderline geriatric and his frozen pups. Unsure of what was going to happen next, Tom would have tensed had he been able to move, but being as that was not an option, he could only watch in growing horror as the enigmatic entity surrounded him and passed the hula hoop-like contraption over his head, fitting the wire-attached bowl to the top of his skull.
Oh, worst circus ever.
Yeah.
When you're a participant,
Well, it depends what happens next.
it's not going to be blowjobs and pizza.
You don't
You know
know
that for sure?
I mean, you really don't know.
Do you
that.
know that for sure?
I know that,
You're
but you
right.
don't know that.
I don't. I was trying to read ahead to look for blowjobs and pizza. Didn't see it. I assumed. I'm sorry. That's my that's my fault.
It's going to be your downfall.
Man, GoDaddy's already fucking me, man. Come
That's
on.
true.
God damn it.
All right, you get a pass.
All right, fine. Thank you. Downfall of Mark. Continue.
Without warning, the bald beings proceeded to yank up his shirt and pull down his pants, rendering Tom nude from ankle to sternum.
Oh.
Okay, maybe
So
you're right.
blowjobs are more likely by the moment.
Man,
And now there's a fucking brick pizza oven coming out. Guess what? It's time for blowjobs and pizza.
Oh,
Go.
perfect abduction. Almost certainly humiliated and understandably perturbed, Tom stared as the creatures quickly and efficiently attached a cluster of luminous orange suction cup-like devices to his legs, torso, and nether regions, touching and poking him in the invasive process.
Oh, this is getting handsy.
Yes, it is.
Jesus.
Space gropers.
Oh, all right, all right.
Having accomplished this, the chief and his cohorts began fiddling with the buttons and dials on the device. Attached to the hoop that was still situated around his head. As the ring-like object descended down to his waist, where it connected to a box-like contraption that had been attached to his midsection, the bizarre beings spoke to each other in a language that sounded to Tom like shrieking, high-pitched gibberish.
Oh,
So comforting.
yeah.
Such a soothing sound.
Yeah.
yeah, like just pull my pants up. Do me a favor. Leave my shirt off. Pull,
Yeah.
pull,
Oh no!
pull,
You're,
pull
no,
my pants.
you're getting hickeys all over your torso. Your pants are down. Your shirt's up. They're scream gibberishing each other.
Yeah.
It's just no good.
No, fuck. This sucks.
A few of them seemed preoccupied with taking readings from the hoop, which Tom assumed was some kind of medical diagnostic device, while the rest busied themselves by collecting samples of fallen leaves and other field debris. Just collecting shit.
He's fucking
Like aliens always do. They're always grabbing rocks and dirt and now leaves.
tumbleweed. Fucking so dumb. Acorns.
They're not fooling anybody. We know you don't give a fuck about our goddamn
Just make them think
leaves
that
and
we need to
stones.
get, soil samples or whatever.
You're here to suction cup this dude's nipple.
I think it's like when people
Seriously.
go on like beaches and something, or just like take a rock from the beach.
Yeah, like a
Whatever.
souvenir thing.
I think
No,
that's probably
yeah.
just really what they're doing.
that would make sense. I mean, who knows when you're going to go back to the hairless ape planet with
They don't
giraffes.
have leaves on their planet.
It might not.
Twigs,
lack
or
of
trees, or
Yeah,
rocks.
There you go. Okay.
Souvenirs. That actually makes more sense than science.
Yeah, look
On Circus World, wherever they're from.
I know, it's all tents and fucking grease paint.
nice.
It would be then that one of the most startling moments in this already disturbing affair took place when, in the middle of this highly exposed public examination, Tom heard a man's voice screaming in panic from inside the saucer.
Oh God.
This would be distressing enough on its face, implying, as it does, that these creatures were not only capable of, but had evidently already engaged in, human abduction, but it would be the words that were said that would make an indelible mark on all who investigated this unique case and raise the incident to the status of national news. According to Tom, he listened as the terror-filled voice repeatedly screamed the phrase, "I am Jimmy Hoffa, I am Jimmy Hoffa, I am Jimmy Hoffa, I am." With that, the voice was abruptly cut off as if the victim had suddenly been gagged or choked to prevent him from crying out.
We solved Hoffa, dude.
I completely forgot in the beginning that you said that he's going to solve a fucking.
Oh, yeah. Later.
And here we are.
I mean, I think the rumor was that he was always buried like in the end zone of Giant Stadium.
Yeah,
like
the Meadowlands has definitely been the
or
most
whatever.
prolific one.
But like, no, dude. I like. He's in the fucking. I am just not even like help. I am Jimmy Hoffa. I am Jimmy Hoffa. I am just screaming. Oh man!
Until he gets cut off.
Oh, big rips, Jimmy Hoffa. You almost made it, but not really. Oh God.
Yeah, I think he would consider himself lucky if that's actually what went down.
Yeah, truly.
The sound of the screams and their even more abrupt silencing chilled Tom to the bone. For our listeners who might not know, I'm just going to do a quick breakdown.
Oh, cool.
Jimmy Hoffa was an immensely controversial, likely corrupt, almost certainly corrupt, and powerful political leader who served as the president of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters from 1957 until 1971. During his tenure, the Teamsters were allegedly infiltrated by the mafia. Big fun. While in prison, Hoffa resigned as Teamsters president on June 19, 1971, but due to his sentence being commuted by an even more corrupt Richard Nixon, he only served 4 years of his 13-year sentence. Desperate to return to his previous position of power, Hoffa tried to climb his way back into the role as president of the union, but his efforts were not supported by the organized crime bosses who reports indicate were now entrenched within the new, more pliable leaders of the Teamsters. His bid to reclaim the Union presidency came to an abrupt end on July 30th, 1975, when Hoffa vanished under mysterious circumstances, causing a nationwide furor. Though he was declared dead on July 30th, 1982, Hoffa's whereabouts remain unknown, and his case remains one of the most famous of all missing persons. It is therefore shocking that he was heard screaming inside of a flying saucer, just a year after he vanished.
Solved.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we know where Hoffa.
I think that's enough evidence for me.
Yeah, we know where Hoffa is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Space.
Yeah. We broke this. Well, no, we didn't break it.
We didn't break the
We're
case.
breaking it to our listeners.
Yeah, well, to those that haven't already heard the
Yeah.
case.
Okay. Cool.
So we're in no way, shape, or form actually breaking this case.
no, we're just reiterating.
Yes.
It. There
we're
you go.
retelling it.
Nice.
It seems as if the aliens were almost as agitated by the alleged Mr. Hoffa's cries as Tom had been, and they quickly retreated to about 10 feet away from the still suction cup smothered ex-salesman, where they continued to talk to one another in their unnervingly shrill, garbled language. Although most of their conversation was unintelligible, Tom is convinced that he could make out a single word spoken in perfect English. That word was Jupiter. As to whether these beings hailed from our solar system's largest planet, were merely considering stopping by on their way home, or if perhaps Tom mistook a similar sounding word in their foreign tongue, is a mystery that will likely never fully be explained.
So they're just shriek, Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
As the creatures communicated, Tom watched anxiously as some of the pale, pointy-eared things began casting suspicious eyes at him. The immobile man was sure they were talking about him and grew more and more concerned that they were considering abducting him too, if only to remove an auditory witness to their previous kidnapping of the far more famous former Teamster. You're fucked. You're fucked, Tommy. Tommy, why'd you have to hear him? Why'd you have to hear him?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, he heard too much. He fucking heard too much.
He heard the Hoffa.
Oh, God. Of all people to fucking abduct Jimmy Hoffa. What a fun. That's a whoops. Like, shit. This guy's kind of famous. Fuck.
Just when his fear of being taken was reaching a fever pitch, the hairless humanoids, their decision apparently made, broke the huddle. The chief then approached his human counterpart and passed his hand over his chest in a gesture that Tom took as a goodbye. The beings then made their way back to the guarded ramp, picking up some more leaves, stones, and other random detritus before half-leaping, half-floating back through the hatch and into the multi-hued craft, which automatically sealed behind them. The still paralyzed Tom watched as the vehicle slowly ascended approximately 75 feet into the air before soaring out of sight in the literal blink of an eye. Later, Tom would speculate that he believed he would have been abducted if he were a younger man.
They're a bunch of ageists.
I guess so.
Okay.
Carl Higdon, I think, had the same opinion. Like, if I still had lots of valid sperm, also one in his peeps would have kept me around.
We don't want your old balls, old man.
Yeah, old balls aren't welcome in space.
Take your old dick out of our ship, old man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Could you imagine punk aliens? Old ball shaming somebody.
Look at your
Get
old
those
balls.
dangles out of here, punk.
Look at your gross old balls.
Oh, you're gross. Earth's gross. You're gross. Leave. You don't have necks. Fuck you.
Take my twigs and rocks.
Leave. That's all I need.
We're leaving your old balls here.
As soon as the saucer was gone, the petrified Tom regained the use of his limbs. He saw that his dog and the surrounding cows had also been released from their petrified state. Tom wasted no time in pulling up his trousers and sprinting back for the home of Jimmy and Linda Colby. Once he arrived, Linda noted that the breathless 63-year-old was in a state of shock. Tom collapsed in her yard, frantic, with a wild look in his eyes. Linda helped her friend to the porch and mopped his forehead with a wet rag, attempting to calm him. She later told the Pelham Journal, quote, "He was in bad shape. I saw him coming. He was running at top speed and waving his arms trying to get his breath," end quote. Not knowing what else to think, she at first assumed that Tom had had an all too close encounter with a venomous snake. But the retiree just shook his head and managed to blurt out the word, "spaceship." Rosebud.
Yeah, right.
Incoherent and unable to catch his breath, the concerned Colbys escorted their neighbor 9 miles north to the Mitchell County Hospital. There he was treated for hysteria, quote unquote.
Oh, boy.
Attendants checked to see if he was on drugs, medication, or alcohol, but found that he was clean and sober. Not knowing what else to do, the doctors gave him a pill to calm his nerves, after which they released him.
Now it'll be old Xanax, it'll be the old Ativan.
Or Valium in
But
77.
Valium, probably.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That shit wasn't around. Yeah, straight up fucking. What was the other one? There's Valium, and then there was lithium.
I don't.
I think lithium does the same thing too.
Does it? I don't
think
know.
So yeah. All right, man. Well,
Yeah, I'm not up on late 70s pharmaceuticals, really.
I mean, I think they're still usable, but yeah. All right, man. Fucking get them all doped up.
Not surprisingly, someone at the hospital let slip to the press that someone from Pelham was being treated for shock following a UFO encounter, and what's more, Jimmy Hoffa was involved. Likely looking for a good silly season scoop, local reporters swarmed the scene interviewing anyone who knew Tom Dawson. Much to the chagrin of some, the Colbys and others told the press that Tom was a sober, kind, and gentle man who loved his daughter and was not prone to pranks, flights of fancy, or any of the devious characteristics often associated with those in his former profession.
Wow, they're just slaying the fucking car salesman.
Well, I mean, especially in the 70s. I mean, with that, like, Kurt Russell, Graham, whatever movie, Garrett Graham movie, used cars, and, you know, I mean, the tropes were
Overboard?
everywhere. Used cars. It's literally called used cars.
That's what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh.
Made in like the late 70s.
Never
And
saw it.
obviously Johnny Carson jokes. Every other one seemed to be about used cars. I mean, that was just a common trope of the
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
Okay,
for
all
sure.
right.
And surely it was based on the legitimacy of people getting fucked by used car salesmen.
Right.
It wasn't like it is now.
Well, now we have Carfax.
Check the provenance.
Yeah, now we got Carfax.
Right.
Yeah, well, they brought integrity back to the fine art of the car deal.
Yeah, and pranks. and flights of fancy.
True.
Just watch YouTube. It's all on there.
I mean, I did used to work with some used car sales dudes. I mean, they're fun dudes. Not a lot of pranks, but a lot of fucking around. A lot of cigarettes. A lot of
believe
cigarettes,
it.
a lot of coffee, a lot of high tension situations, a lot of credit checks, a lot of people with bad credit.
I believe that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't mention Coke, but I knew it was implied.
No, actually, majority of those dudes were sober.
Oh, I guess I knew different used car
No,
salesmen.
they were all like we're off the snow. We're fucking
Wow.
coming down that fucking hill no more, boys. We're all sober. Yeah.
Hey, no longer the ski club,
Nah,
huh?
dude, no.
Good for them.
Nope, no more snow blindness.
All right. Tom even went so far as to tell reporters, quote, "I don't care what they say. This is the honest truth. I'm not crazy. I wasn't drinking and I've never had a mental condition. This is the very first time I have ever experienced anything like this." Adding, "I know it happened and there is no doubt in my mind that it happened just as I told you." Author, former history teacher, and paranormal investigator Jim Miles, co-author of numerous Georgia-related paranormal books, took the time to visit Tom to discuss his unusual encounter. He left convinced that the eyewitness was telling the truth, stating, quote, "I believe he experienced something that he truly believes was real." Which is all you can really say.
You know,
You
Yeah.
believe that they believe it.
Totally.
Not long after the bald beings had stripped Tom of his clothes and dignity, a group of UFO investigators arrived. They spoke to Tom and Linda and claimed they were members of an organization known as Mufoc. Yeah.
Mufoc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Linda wrote the acronym down, later insisting she had not mistaken it for the much more famous group MUFON.
Oh, this is a rogue Mufon?
Mm-hmm. Although neither Tom nor Linda had asked for the meaning behind the acronym, one of the men claimed to hail from Mason County, Georgia. So I think they might have assumed it was like the Mason UFO Center. I don't know.
Some knockoff shit, dude. They're getting in before Mufon can. They're getting all the goods.
Getting the goods.
Yeah.
Getting the evidence.
Yeah.
This struck Linda as odd, as the men who were taking soil samples and radiation readings did not look like a typical 1977 Georgia native due to the fact that they had olive-colored skin and a foreign look, quote unquote. Other sources stated that the MUFOC members spoke with an unfamiliar cadence to their speech patterns. This description will no doubt strike a chord with UFO enthusiasts, as that pigmentation and awkward speaking style are classic descriptions associated with Men in Black visitations.
Oh,
The old olive skin,
man.
staccato speech. I mean, they don't say specifically what the cadence was like, but
Okay.
off.
All right. And they even fucked up Mufon.
Well, they scooped it. They got there first and took the samples.
Mufoc.
Yeah, Mufoc came
We
in.
are from Mufoc.
Could just stand for fuck Mufon. Fuck those guys. We're Men in Black. We're here first.
Yeah.
And of course, it wouldn't actually stand for that at all. But
No, it's okay.
in their minds.
It's all right.
As the story was picked up by the wires and the account was published coast to coast, Tom, who never so much as reported the event to the police, found himself going from a quiet small-town retiree to the reluctant poster child for one of the most absurd alien semi-abductions on record. Tom himself was never eager to publicize or profit from this highly embarrassing situation, which saw him not only unceremoniously stripped, but made the butt of jokes around the country and even more painfully in his backyard. Due to the mere mention of Jimmy Hoffa, which many took to be a clear indication that the whole event was nothing but a ridiculous hoax. But that might not be a fair assessment. For those of us who scrutinize the world of high strangeness, absurdity is par for course. For every 10 traditional ape-like Sasquatch encounters, there's at least one that involves an orb, glowing eyes, a UFO, and a two-headed goat. And as much as it pains my logical side, who desperately longs to live in a world where most paranormal phenomenon can conveniently fit into the well-organized, pre-established parameters of modern physics, UFOs, zoology, cryptids, or psychology, ESP, at all, the fact is that many run-ins with the paranormal are simply too bizarre, too surreal for most of us to easily accept as fact, even though that is exactly how they are reported by perfectly rational people. It's so much easier to roll our eyes and dismiss anything that seems beyond the pale as a hoax, a delusion, gross misidentification, or good old diabetes. But that can't always be the case. No matter how reluctant some investigators may be, we have to make room for both the traditional, the sublimely weird, and the wholesale outlandish. Maybe interdimensional entities follow different rules than those with which we are familiar. Maybe we're dealing with quantum phenomenon manifesting on a Newtonian scale. Maybe aliens are just dicks that get off on fucking with our minds and reputations. Whatever the case, it seems that the world is a much wilder and weirder place than most of us are comfortable admitting.
Oh, Tom Dawson and the Space Gropers.
Touchy,
There
touchy.
it is. Yes.
Come
So,
on, guys. Rules, parameters.
out of the gate, though, you make a very good point. You illustrate a great point here that for this guy to make this a hoax, he's just fucking himself so hard.
So hard.
So hard.
Like, that
So-
doesn't mean that there can't be other things, other factors at play. But if you're going to make up an alien abduction story and you're trying to like go the route of, say, the Pascagoula abductors and
Right.
like get on the Tonight Show and get favorable press and be mentioned in dozens of books, some of which, or at least one of which, you will write yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know, and that seems to be what the Falkville incident was about.
Right.
Like, even though I still think there might have been something really bizarre going on, the deputy there, or the sheriff there, got raked over the coals because everyone assumed he was just trying to create a fake alien scenario to make a profit on it.
Yeah.
But to do so in this way is so over the top and so asinine, and making yourself the butt of so many jokes that it just doesn't strike me as any logical way to try to make your mark on the semi-profitable world of ufology of the late 70s.
Yeah, that's a lot of air quotes that you're doing over
Yeah.
there. Because
I mean, it was never a profitable venture.
You're not going to be making hundreds of thousands of dollars on that shit back in the day. So I guess we could go to so the hoax off the table, because that just, you're totally screwing yourself with that one. I mean, unless you enjoy the ridicule or whatever, which I'm going to assume he does, and he's telling his truth, which what he thinks is the truth. So I mean, if this is man, I'm trying to think, something medical possibly could have happened to him, but he was checked out. There's no drugs, no booze.
Didn't have a stroke.
I mean, I would assume stroke, diabetes. They would have picked up on that. Like, all his blood sugar was fucked.
No, yeah, that,
You know?
you think they definitely would have found that, and no, history of mental illness or
No.
disorders or anything.
This is gonna be something that's gonna be really hard to misidentify.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a
Yeah.
whole series of shit that happens where you're like,
I don't know, guy sounds like a bear.
exactly, like everything. The farmer's daughter and her fucking two brothers and a combine, and then fucking someone's singing Jimmy Hoffa in the background. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. This kind of though. I know interdimensional, I know space. This is all kind of all tied into the same umbrella. What if we're dealing with like trickster type shit?
Can't take that off the table at all.
It's kind of because this is. I mean, they humiliate him. They sample shit from him. Apparently they're screeching really loud, and then they throw in. I'm thinking maybe they like if Jimmy Hoffa wasn't in the UFO, which we can't take Jimmy Hoffa off the table.
Right.
All right. If he wasn't in the UFO and they just kind of did that as a way to be like, aha, fuck you, Earthling, or whatever.
Well, the most famous missing person definitely at the time.
Was what a way to fuck with somebody.
So if this was like an intergalactic version of Impractical Jokers,
and
they were just
Impractical Jokers.
They were just finding a way to like dare fuckers. Like, all right, you two, you're going out naked. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys stand guard. All right, take this mechanized bullshit hula hoop. Give him the fucking electro yarmulke. Put it on his head.
Right.
A million suction cups all over his bare ass.
Yep.
And fucking pretend you're looking at things, but don't talk to him. Don't let him know that you can talk to him. Just screech and make weird gibberish noises. And then one of the guys that's behind in the fucking UFO is like, oh, I know how to fuck this up. I'm Jimmy Hoffa. Let me out.
No, I know.
And then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, things get amped and they don't know how to react. And then like make him feel like, he's going to get abducted. Like it does seem like, now granted, I'm using a very modern example of a popular TV show of the day, but along the trickster lines, just things trying to fuck with you, skew your idea of reality, open up your perceptions to new ideas.
They did apparently, but they clearly took soil samples. They took shit and they
Leaves.
did some leaves.
But in the dumbest way. Like, to me, that's the way, like, science.
Just, you pick them up.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If you're a botanist, like E.T. was, to use another movie analogy, because apparently I don't have any real life analogies, you're going to get like fucking pine cones and whatever fucking plant shit because that's your jam. You're a space botanist.
As per E.T.
And if you're a space geologist, as per some other movie that I can't think of right now,
right.
You're going to fucking chip some rocks and you're going to get the fucking rocks. So, yes, of course, real space scientists.
Oh, Enemy Mine, space geology.
There you go.
Oh, it's a bummer.
Yeah. Well, but it had a lot of good moments.
Yes.
I know. Mickey Mouse.
I cried so
Louis
hard.
Gossett Jr.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't even want to think. I'll start crying now. I don't want to think
it's
about
such a good movie, though.
I'm having a bad week.
I know. All right, so table that.
All right.
Science will be done through the use of collecting things. I get that.
Right.
But it also seems like such a half-assed thing to do. Like, oh, we took all these readings from you, I guess.
And some leaves.
But we just grabbed some leaves, a twig,
Yeah.
a leftover fucking piece of bazooka
Dude,
gum.
even the beatus of scientists. Had,
Right.
like a bag of gloves or something they
Yes.
wore. Yeah, right.
Like a little
They weren't just like,
container?
because they didn't want to contaminate the thing that they were gathering.
No, they just
Totally.
picked it up. Well, but maybe it wasn't scientific. Maybe like you were saying, they're out on the beach, they see a conch, or they're like, oh, cool, clamshell, whatever. They just pick it up. Because they clearly were there. They froze him. They froze the animals. They froze the cows, and then stripped them and connected them into the hula hoop of hell.
Yeah.
So,
And then, got their fucking souvenirs and
they
trinkets
obviously,
and baubles.
I'm going to assume that they were just doing tests on him. It wasn't just like a let's fuck with this guy. But you also, like you said, can't take it off the table.
You really
it seems
can't.
like a weird,
But maybe
super
it was
weird.
supposed to be like a mind wipe and it just didn't fucking work.
Or maybe it got canceled midway through
Yeah.
because the hostage was screaming. Whether or not actual Hoffa,
Did Jimmy Hoffa save this guy?
maybe.
Jimmy Hoffa, a goddamn American hero?
And here's another thing. Unlike typical gray abductions, no telepathy, and other species like Nordics, reptoids, all these things allegedly can communicate telepathically.
Right.
No attempt at telepathic communication, no indication of it whatsoever. Two, if they did have the ability to erase a memory, like most alien abductors apparently do, or at least give you screen memories so that either you buy the hype and move on with your life even though you feel squirrely about it, or you dig deep and go through hypnosis and, open up the big mind wound. They didn't have a chance to do it.
Right.
If they were capable at all, which they might not have been.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it feels like if the cows and everything around was completely paralyzed.
Yeah, you have that skill set.
Right, but you
Yeah.
but you fuck up the hoop. Fuck up the mind hoop.
It's kind of, maybe they didn't know how to use it. Like, they just kind of got hooked up and they're like, shit, we didn't read the instructions on this.
But also he thought he heard Jupiter.
He thought he heard Jupiter.
So,
Yeah.
he might have heard I'm Jimmy Hoffa, and it just might have been some screechy garbled thing that sounded like I'm Jimmy Hoffa.
Right, like someone screaming commands from the ship.
Yeah.
And then
It's like, my God, it's Hoffa. It was just like, and he's like, oh my God, it's Jimmy Hoffa.
which is such a fucking strange, what a weird thing. If Jimmy Hoffa obviously in the time is in the news, you're gonna be thinking about that. So you're like, oh shit, this is Jimmy Hoffa. Fuck, but so bizarre. What a weird connection.
That happens
All
over
things
and
to
over
say.
again.
I know.
I'm George Lucas.
There's a woman in Arizona. She runs a Facebook page. I don't know what it is. So
you did not go down this hole, did you?
No, but she no, I only saw it in a documentary.
Okay.
But apparently she's in communication with some group called the Ponte. I saw her in a couple of different documentaries I've seen on Tubi or something. Because I'm all the time just falling asleep
Okay.
in UFO documentaries. That's my
Sure.
jam. It's my comfort zone.
Okay.
I don't know anything about her veracity. She draws pictures of them. She's this older lady, long white hair. She claims to be having psychic connections with them. And then I saw her in the Sasquatch documentary where she claims to be in psychic connection with them, and they're also friends with the aliens. It's a whole other thing.
Good.
Nice.
I want to hang out with her. She sounds cool.
She does sound cool, and eventually we'll go down this rabbit hole. I don't know. I don't remember her name or anything about it other than that she says that the Ponte and other people I've read and other articles I've read also say this, that the aliens, not the Greys that seem to be semi-automatons that are just like dick bags that just don't give a fuck and get the job done, but that other higher species tend to have a sense of humor. They like to laugh. Like she named this one creature she was communicating with on this mountain range, and I don't even remember what it's called, but apparently it translates to like Watermelon Hill or something. And the guy's like, oh, you calling me Melonhead? Yeah, all right, I can live with it. Like a sense of
right.
Now, of course, there's a lot of assumptions you have to make that this
you-
actually happened.
Yeah.
That whatever. And I'm not making any of those assumptions, but she is not the only person I've encountered. This mystery lady who's just appears in documentaries I watch. Is not the only person I've heard mention a sense of humor in the higher life forms.
Okay, all right.
So if they're just like being a joke, like one of them's being a prankster, he's up in the ship going, I'm Jimmy Hoffa.
Right.
It's like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
Glax, you son of a bitch.
Fucking Glax and his
Fucking
shenanigans.
Relax. God damn it. All right, so, well, you know what though, boys? The Fae. You can't take the goddamn Fae, because if this was going to be some weird fairy fuck around thing where they're like, oh, dude, we're going to get a ship, we're going to come in, we're going to fucking freak them out for whatever reason. But that kind of falls in the trickster territory, I think.
Sure,
right?
but that definitely firmly falls into Phelan.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
Where'd they get the
That's
ship?
Magonia shit. But no, they often are said to be able to travel in ships.
Yeah, which is, well, kind
Like
of
there are those weird little elves that ended up in Italy, and they tried to steal this woman's flowers back, I don't know, I think
Yeah.
in the 50s. There was the one we did with Rob Christopherson, the Emargian elf or whatever. I'm not saying it right.
Yarvi elf.
Yeah, something like that, which is another total elf-like thing that's associated with a UFO.
Yeah.
So the thought that they can be developing technology that's more advanced than us, but still have scientific skills and properties that we would perceive as magic, to me seems perfectly feasible if these things are real and they're coexisting in like an alternate shadow Earth or whatever that like shares maybe the same physical space, but is on another vibrational or dimensional level.
I think we briefly discussed that too with the airships.
Yeah.
Where they were like the olive skinned, foreign looking, whatever they talked about, the dudes that were in the ship
Yes.
that had come down, which that, if you tie that back to this Men in Black scenario here, Men in Black, which that's actually, I'm not breaking new ground there, but Men in Black, yeah, I'm like, I just came up with something. The Men in Black are fairies.
Yeah, we broke this story,
Fuck
and
you.
Mark's got new
Yeah,
theories.
fuck you, Reddit.
We take credit for everything.
Fuck you, Reddit. Now it's
I
Mark's.
named Bigfoot.
Now it's Mark's turn.
So you're not wrong though, because I
Let's get
remember
fairy
in our
aspect to
epic
it.
Mothman fucking saga, we also dealt with that. Like the little guy that would run in, take pictures, steal a pen, do whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
olive-skinned
He was
people
cool.
are very much associated with Fays and Men in Black. So I'm glad you took the time to point that out. And wouldn't it be interesting if this were just like this rogue group? I mean, they had the pointy fucking shoes, they have the diaphanous glittery outfits,
Yeah.
the pointy ears, all of the upturned noses, all these things that, harken more to fairy lore than extraterrestrial lore.
Yeah.
Despite, Vulcans having pointy ears, that shit really goes back to, ancient times and stories. And that what if, after they went through, what if these Men in Black, this branch of Men in Black, not the same as like the autonomous corpses, not the same as the clearly, OSI and other government agents, but like this group is like the Fae version, and they have to come in, clean up the mess left behind by other fairies, make sure there's no radioactive residue, maybe they're tracking them. Maybe they have to track them through multiple realities, and they're just like this circus troupe / fucking, gem cat thieves or whatever that fucking go around, fucking abuse farmers, fucking nipple suck them, fucking head off, do whatever they do, breaking fucking decency laws by being naked when they shouldn't be, and they're just being trekked after by the olive-skinned, foreign-speaking Fae version of the Men in Black.
And their physical descriptions are fucking gnarly. The weird head thing where like there's no neck, just a head.
Yeah, the lack of a neck
so
is
sucks.
awkward. Yeah.
That's weird.
Like almost you could be cool with it. Like, all right, so you don't have hair. That's okay. Your ears are pointing. Fine.
Up your nose.
Kind of up your
fine.
nose. I mean, I've known people with slightly upturned noses. They can be very attractive in their own way. I mean, in every way, I'm sure. I didn't mean to be a dick about it. And the rest
Rob's a nose.
No. And the rest of them, it's just they look like people, but they're like albinos. They're like pure white.
Right.
So almost all of it, you could be like, all right, I can even see where you could be, maybe even cute or whatever. And then you take the neck on, you're like, nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm shallow as shit. I
need a neck.
I need a neck.
You're saying?
I need a neck.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
definitely a neckist.
Like I'll fuck a half wolf, but I need a neck.
Oh, dude, you can't.
As long as it has a neck.
If there's no neck, you can't kiss it. Can't kiss it on the neck. You're gonna kiss its ear.
Yeah.
Oh.
What if it has double neck?
Ooh.
Oh, a double.
Is it
Like
worse
a
than no
space
neck?
in the middle?
No, double neck, like a double neck.
Oh.
Like two necks attached to one head?
Whatever
Two
you
separate
picture in your
windpipes?
mind, a double neck is that.
I'm thinking two way. I'm thinking two stack. Like super fucking long.
Oh, you were thinking,
Yeah.
I was thinking like neck coming up on either side with a hole in the middle, and you were thinking super
Nah,
long
that's
neck.
a trach.
No, two
Yeah, right.
necks, they have all the parts in them, I assume.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know the biology of twin neck
No,
fucking
two necks.
fairies, but
Man, although I do think that earlier in this episode, Chris hit something. He hit something here. I believe that is the
Circus.
intergalactic circus
Yeah.
came to town. Yeah,
It did. Well, once he brought out the mind hoop of fucking.
that was.
Can you imagine?
that
I'm
kinda-
like, oh, wait a
If
minute.
like if
Maybe
Hoffa
it
hadn't if
You were
Hoffa
right.
hadn't screamed, like maybe it's a virtual circus. Once you're hooked up to everything and the skull cap is on and everything goes and they turn it on, it's the ultimate circus experience. Like it is just Barnum and Bailey with no elephant
like Cirque
abuse,
du
no
Soleil?
animal problem. Like Cirque du Soleil meets a fucking 90s rave. Like it's just over the top crazy and you have the best experience of your 63 years. But fucking Hoffa had to ruin it by screaming, and they couldn't hook up the fucking
Maybe
parts.
that was part of the show, though. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be.
He
they,
didn't understand what they were talking
they
about.
bring Hoffa up into the middle of the space lions. It's like, I'm Jimmy Hoffa. They,
The ringleader.
they devour him.
Jimmy Hoffa.
Oh, dude, they happened to fucking what's his name? Siegfried and Roy. Didn't Roy get
Yeah,
mauled?
see, well, one of them did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
by
which one it
that
was.
big goddamn tiger.
Yeah, well, tigers. They do what tigers do.
Yeah,
Stop fucking around with tigers.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of the thing.
Don't do that.
Yeah, what the hell was a
That's
tiger?
always playing Russian roulette.
I mean, I
Every
guess you're one of
time.
those monks. They seem to be okay with them, but they're like living with them in natural spaces.
Right.
They're not like captive and like jump through this fucking hoop.
Yeah.
That's true. And in front of a crowd of people, that's bound to make them anxious as shit.
I don't remember if I saw those tigers or not. I don't think I did when I was in Vegas years ago. I think this was after he got mauled. I don't remember. I was there twice. Did I see him? I definitely saw Chris Angel.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
I saw Chris Angel in his office and he
Okay.
was shirtless. I'm like,
Hey,
who the fuck
why
is
not?
shirtless guy?
Was he
I'm
floating?
Like, oh, it's Chris Angel. No, he
Was he
wasn't.
floating in his chair typing?
He was. He had like a remember that headset that we used to have for Bob to do the podcast? with?
Yeah.
The Sammy Hagar. He had that and he was just walking around like shirtless in this big glass office in the middle of the hotel. And I'm like, who the fuck is the shirtless dude with it's important? Like, oh, it's fucking Chris Angel. I'm like, he is a much taller man on TV. Much
There it
taller
is.
man. He's like Danzig height. Respect to Chris
Oh.
Angel. Is he still around?
I mean,
Is he problematic?
how
did
would I
did he
know?
do a thing?
I mean, it's definitely not. I mean, once people, he did the smart thing and just like he did a show again with camera tricks because people forgot that could be a thing.
Yeah,
Right.
dude. That's why I love David
Like-
Blaine. David Blaine does that shit all the time.
I was like, no, dude, you did not make a tank disappear off a building. It's not, that didn't happen. They turned the camera.
Dude, give,
Like,
dude, give me a copy.
You're looking, oh my God, Chris Angel. I'm like, no, you didn't fucking.
He's a mind freak. Ow.
He did not float over a fucking pool. I'd take to not disappear off.
I think when I was in Vegas, he was supposed to be like the
Oh,
top of the Luxor or something, doing something.
Oh, yeah, he did float on the pyramid.
Yeah,
right?
I think I was there. I was around around that time. I didn't watch it though, but he was there, like doing his shit. So
Well,
I don't know, man.
Anyhow.
Yeah. Anyway, Tom Dawson, Alien Gropers. I mean, it happened. I'm gonna say I believe this guy's story. He has zero reason to hoax it. I'm not sure what these things could have been,
no.
but seems very.
I'm gonna jump on the Fay wagon.
We're back in the ferry wagon. We were just in the ferry wagon.
I know. Apparently, it's getting wider and sturdier because
Chris,
I'm riding in it more
Are
often.
you gonna join this fucking ferry wagon?
I mean, I'm not against it.
All right, Chris is in.
I'm not against
Well,
it.
I mean, that you might have committed him more than he was willing to commit himself
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
I mean, that's only because, I mean, it's so fucking just weird.
Yeah.
it is so weird.
So I'm like, I feel like.
There's a lot of alien-y elements, the flying saucer being the primary one,
sure.
technology being the other.
The weird wonky shit with it though, with the antenna and
Well, just everything.
The
The antenna,
whole-
the clothes, yeah, the mind hoop.
yeah,
goddamn.
it's so weirdly put together. You know, I don't know. It just seems it's so bizarrely put together.
And then you end up with fucking Mufoc
And then yeah,
going through all your shit,
and then Jimmy Hoffa.
and Jimmy Hoffa.
I mean, it really
lest
like,
we
right.
forget.
yeah, what a
Potentially Jupiter.
And potentially Jupiter.
potentially Jupiter. That's right. That's
So
right.
Jimmy Hoffa is on Jupiter.
All right.
I
Well,
think we
he's
can
in the-
all
he's
agree
the
on
eye.
that.
We-
Yeah, he is the eye.
he's the eye of Jupiter.
Yeah, he's become
all right.
transcended.
Well, there it is. Tom Dawson and the Space Gropers. Thank you all so very much for joining us. Cryptonaut Podcast. As we mentioned at the top of the show, Robert, we got merch, and that is over at cryptonautmerch.com. 2 new designs posted up there. But before we end the show, like we always do, I just wanted to give the merch a little extra bit of a shout out there to kind of let the people know we got some new stuff. We got some Patreon shout outs.
Oh, fuck yeah, we do.
I actually, in my head, completely passed over the Patreon shout outs, but I don't care. I was just going to act like I was doing it on purpose, and it makes no sense, but that's fine.
You didn't have to
Yeah.
own it.
I'm going to own it.
You didn't
I'm
have
putting
to.
my heart on the table.
There
okay?
it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Come, my lady. Come, my lady. We got some Crazy Town talk later, but right now, Robert, Patreon shout outs.
Mike Yeager.
Thank you, Mike.
Zeeth K92.
Oh, yeah, Zeeth, what up?
Justin.
What up, Justin?
Maru Amaris.
Thank you, Maru.
I think it's Maru. You'll let us know if
Amaris? Maru Amaris?
it's not. Amaris. Oh, yeah. Shit. Maybe.
Maru-
All right. So, yeah, let us know.
Maru Amaris. Thank you so
Maru
much.
Amaris, I think. Bex Francis.
Oh, yeah, Bex, what up?
Ben Forsyth.
Ben, what's happening?
Tanuki.
Thank you, Tanuki.
Ed Keen's Grave Dirt.
Oh,
I remember that.
Adam Benedict, thank you. I still have it. Every couple of months I find it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Oh, it's Ed Gein's grave dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In case you remember why it's a cold spot in your basement.
Yeah, I keep it up
Christ.
there on my cool like Christian Jesus candles. I keep it up there.
Oh, for safety's sake.
Yeah, that way he's
Yeah.
hanging out with the saints, doing his thing.
Right on.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
Everybody's hanging out with the Saints.
Same thing. All right.
Three-toed Jim.
What up, three-toed Jim?
Don't confuse him with two-toed Jim.
No.
Different sloth altogether. And Jim.
Yeah.
Scungili Man.
Oh, I see. Someone out there is a listener to the last podcast on the left. Hail yourselves, good person. I appreciate the Scungili Man reference. Love it. There you have it. Patreon.com/Cryptonaut Podcast. $1 is the one bonus audio. And your shout out, the $5 is the 4 bonus audio. And your shout out, check it out over there. Join the Discord. Discord is super cool. We got
Do
a
it.
bunch of fun stuff happening over there. And yes, back to the merch. Push the product, boys. The new merch over there.
Yeah.
Cryptonautmerch.com. Old merch, which goes on sale constantly over at hellerspace.com.
So all of our T-shirts, T-Public.
Yep.
2 of our T-shirts.
3.
3 of our T-shirts.
3 of our
Oh, yeah.
t-shirts.
Loveland.
Plus a mug, plus a sticker sheet.
Venezuelan Little Feet. Sticker sheet, the first one. And there's
Yep.
more coming. And now the new anime style
Yes.
Cryptonaut shirt.
Oh, yeah, a listener pointed out the name of the fucking
Yeah, it's
anime.
Doramano
Yes,
or
that's the
something like
one.
that. Doramon.
Yeah.
I say it right. I'm not saying it right.
I'm not saying it right either. But I got home, couldn't find it. A listener was like, "Oh, this is the kind of style," and fucking it was there. So.
Oh no, it's clearly an homage to that
for sure.
distinct style of that one anime. And thank you for letting us go off it.
There it is. Thank you.
And thank you for supporting us in every way you do. We really are grateful. No matter what you do, buying a shirt, Patreon, just listening. Thank you so much.
Yeah, just showing up every week and listening to our show is huge. And obviously we have sponsors now. So, but if you decide to support the sponsors, that's supporting us. We had a Kia ad today. I was listening this morning. There was a Kia. Yeah, I was like, "Oh, Kia, what's up?"
Are they giving us cars?
No, they're not. They should though.
Shocking.
They should.
I mean, I would just sell it.
Now you see, this episode it was sponsored by Lumi Labs. The listeners already heard me do the ad read, but when they sponsored us, they sent us a whole box of weed gummies.
Yeah.
Like a real big box of weed gummies.
Yeah, they did.
Like if you guys didn't have any years, I might be asking for more because I've been fucking eating them like goddamn candy.
Yeah,
it was indicated at the beginning of the pod.
Well, don't go. It's like most things. Have moderation.
Yes.
Don't go overboard. Unless you're like mid panic attack and you really need to calm the fuck down, then you can do that. Regardless, social medias, the Instas and the Twitters and the Facebooks, we're hanging out, we're doing it. DMs are open. I try to get back to everyone as soon as I can, but the inbox gets a little backed up. But I will get to you. Thank you to everyone that contacts us there. We appreciate it. And yeah, that's it. That's all we got. That's it. Thank you.
I feel like that's the end. That's good enough.
The end. We appreciate you, good listener.
We do.
Thank you for stopping by. Hope you guys have a great week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll be talking with you soon.
Truly.
Okay.
And sincerely.
Did either of you watch the guy from Crazy Town beat up the other guy from Crazy Town?
No.
Shazzy Two Shits, our boy there.
I don't know if that's real or not.
He apparently smoked his teeth out for meth and then got in an argument in a fight with the other lead singer from Crazy Town, which I forgot there were two lead singers of Crazy Town.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, didn't know that.
No, and they got kicked off of the new metal tour with Head PE, and Crazy Town was supposed to be a Kegs Canal side. We could have went.
We could.
We could have sang "Come My Lady."
I didn't know
Come My Lady.
any of this.
You didn't see any of it on metalinjection.com? You didn't see it?
No.
Dude just beat the shit out of the other guy. And just clearly, it's kind of sad because you're like, he clearly has a drug problem. Clearly.
Yeah. That's sad.
All right. I guess you guys don't find it as entertaining as I do.
No.
Crazy Towns is not my jam, Mark.
Just the fact that they're playing for 25 people and then they get in a fight afterwards, the mighty have fallen.
I don't know if I'd call them the mighty.
I mean, back in. Yeah, you're right. We don't live. They're not like Van Halen, or Kiss. They're just some stupid...
you said Crazy Town, and I'm like, I had to think.
Yeah, I didn't even know what you were talking about at all.
My butterfly, dude.
Okay,
my baby, the whole thing. Remember the whole.
No,
we had a whole pod about it.
Did we?
Not really. I mentioned it before in the pod though, and
okay,
yeah, it was pretty. It was not had nothing to do with the pod, but kind of like what I'm doing right now.
This is a great way to end the pod, man.
Yeah,
it's a great wrap up, dude.
Yeah.
Ghost rods or Crazy Town, dude.
There it is.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit.
Meth teeth or rods. Let's go.
There you go, dude. We'll be talking to you.